Hey Lightweights! Today I'm going to be reacting to Memento. Now just like all the other movies, you're going to roll your eyes because I say this every time. I know nothing about this one. But this one I know even less than the others about. So Memento is a film that I didn't even know existed. I hadn't even heard of it before until my friend Ken, hi Ken, told me that this is a must-watch Nolan film. Back when I very first started the reaction channel and he watched my Interstellar reaction. He immediately texted me after watching it and said, you need to watch Memento. So that was the first I'd heard of it. Obviously, I added it to the list right away. And then a lot of you seemed to echo that sentiment and also said, you need to watch Memento. So I'm really excited for this because I know less than zero about what this film is. Well, I guess that's technically not true because on Amazon Prime, it does give you a little blurb. So since I've clicked into the movie, I do know that it is about a man who's searching for his wife's murderer, but he has memory loss, I think. But that's all I've got. At least with Prestige, which I also knew nothing about, I was gifted a physical copy of the DVD so I could kind of see the pictures on the front of the back and glean that it was about magicians and things like that. But this, all I've got is a little Amazon blurb, and the picture's no help because it's just a guy in a tank top. So I'm really excited for this, and can't wait to see what, I think this is Nolan's earlier film. I don't think it's his first, but it's one of his first. Obviously, you guys can correct me in the comments, but I'm really curious to see how this stacks up to the other ones because it seems like those of you who've been recommending it really love it. But will it feel like one of his first films, or does it kind of hold up really well in comparison to his others? That's what I'm most excited to figure out. I don't know when this movie came out. I just know that in the timeline of his film releases, this was an earlier one. So yeah, I'm definitely really excited. If you happen to be new here for this movie, thank you so much for checking out my channel. Make sure you subscribe and hit that bell button because I post every other week, not every week. So you definitely want to make sure those notifications are on so that you know when I'm posting something new. All right, you guys, here we go. Hey patrons, today I'm going to be reacting to Memento, another film that I know absolutely nothing about. This one was first brought up on my radar from my friend Ken, who was the first person to introduce me to this film that I had never even heard of before. He told me I needed to react to Memento way back when he first watched my Interstellar reaction. And that was the first I'd heard of it. So I know absolutely nothing about this film other than what the Amazon Prime little description has told me, which is that it is about a man who's trying to find the murderer of his wife, but he has memory loss. So it sounds really intriguing, and I'm definitely excited. I do think you guys said that this is one of his earlier films in his filmography, so I'm excited to see kind of how it stacks up compared to the others, or see how his style has changed or grown over the movies he's released. But regardless, I'm super excited for this. I am already in the movie, but obviously I haven't hit play yet. Hopefully we won't have that awkward buffering at the very beginning that has been happening recently, but fingers crossed. Okay, as always, thank you so much for being my patrons. I really appreciate you, and I hope you enjoy this reaction. I'm hitting play in 3, 2, 1, go. So when it's Memento like that, is that like Memento Mori? I don't know how that's spelled in comparison. It'd be fitting if this movie's about like hunting down a murderer. Kind of reminds me of the first Saw movie. Why does it look like it's getting less developed? How's that happening? So are we moving backwards in time? Okay, so that was backwards.
You just wake up and you're in a motel room. Perhaps you've been there for a week.
Lenny!
It's Leonard. Like I told you before.
Did you? I must have forgot.
I already know I don't like that guy.
My car.
Is this your car?
Oh, you're in a playful mood.
It's not good for you to make fun of someone's handicap.
So he uses the Polaroids to help him remember?
What are you talking about? These tracks are only a few days old.
Tracks? What are you, Pocahontas? on.
So is he a detective? How are you a detective if you have memory loss?
Teddy, don't believe his lies. He is the one. Kill him. I finally found him.
No!
There's nothing in the drawers. But you look anyway. Nothing except the Gideon Bible, which I, of course, read religiously.
I'm confused.
Sammy Jankis had the same problem, but he really had no system. He wrote himself a ridiculous amount of notes, but you really do need a system if you're gonna make it work.
Okay, so I need to figure out what the black and white versus the color scenes mean. Because Nolan, at least in Oppenheimer, there was a difference between like the black and white and the color. So I'm assuming that's going to be the case here. We just have to figure out what it is.
I'm not sure. I think I may have asked you to hold my calls.
You don't know?
Well, that's the thing. I have this condition.
A condition?
It's my memory.
Amnesia.
No. It's different from that. I have no short-term memory. Since my injury, I can't make new memories. Everything fades. I've told you this before, haven't I?
Yeah, I mean, I don't mean to mess with you, but it's so weird. You don't remember me at all. What was the last thing you remember?
My wife.
How long ago was that memory, though?
Yeah, it's your friend, right?
What makes you think he's my friend?
I just saw you together, that's all.
He's not my friend.
Okay.
But if he calls or if he shows up here, you give me a call in my room, okay?
It's here already.
Lenny!
Okay. Okay. So
If you have a piece of information which is vital, writing on your body instead of on a piece of paper, it can be the answer.
oh, so the tattoos are notes to himself?
Who is this?
Okay, so it seems like with the color scene, every time we have a color scene, it's a little bit
Remember Sammy Jankis?
earlier. Because it seems like every time we end a color scene, it ends where the previous color scene left off.
Natalie. My car. Teddy.
What did the envelope say? I missed it.
John Edward Gamble. Mr. Gamble?
Lenny, is that you?
John Gamble?
Lenny, it's Teddy. Stay there. I'll be right over.
Okay.
My head hurts already. Damn! Find him and kill him. Consider the source. Memory is treachery. Don't trust your weakness. Notes can be... What? Too fast! Oh. Facts. So he does his own tattoos? That's why he was shaving his leg. Abandoned blog left on Lincoln. Oh, abandoned building.
It's him?
So he's a drug dealer?
I found you, you fuck.
Why did he kill his wife? Why did Teddy kill his wife then? Is he finally gonna address the scratches on his face? Nope. John G. raped and murdered my wife.
Sammy wrote himself endless amounts of notes. I have a more graceful solution to the memory problem. I use habit and routine to make my life possible. Sammy had no drive, no reason to make it work. I got a reason.
Who's he talking to right now? And also, how does he know that he didn't get his notes on his tattoos mixed up? Because they're kind of all over willy-nilly.
Today, 1 p.m., meet Natalie for info. She has also lost someone. She will help you out of pity.
Oh, this is so cool. Also, I can smell this diner, if that makes sense.
Natalie.
You don't remember me.
Oh shit, she's from The Matrix.
Had my friend at DMV trace it. Guess what name came up? John Edward Gamble, John G. Tell me about her again.
Why?
Because because you like to remember her.
She was beautiful. You can just feel the details, the bits and pieces you never bothered to put into words. And you can feel these extreme moments, even if you don't want to. Enough to know how much you miss them. And how much you hate the person who took them away.
I added an address in here. It might be useful. It's an abandoned place outside of town. A guy I knew used to do bigger deals there. It's isolated.
A good place to murder somebody. It's like, okay, I'm understanding the colors now, but it hurts my brain. It hurts my brain. But it's so cool seeing like, oh, that's how we got to that point.
Insurance. I was an investigator. I'd investigate the claims to see which ones were phony. I had to see through
Oh.
people's bullshit.
So he's not a detective.
Yo, Lenny! I thought you split for good.
Well, things change.
So I see. My name's Teddy. You have to be very careful.
Why?
The other day, you mentioned that maybe somebody was trying to set you up, get you to kill the wrong guy.
Oh, well, I go on facts, not recommendations, but thank you.
Lenny, you can't trust a man's life to your little notes and pictures.
Why not?
Because your notes could be unreliable.
It's interesting that Teddy's trying to throw him off the chase, the scent.
Where you staying?
A discount in.
Does he know how he knows Teddy?
This is the wrong room. You're in 304 now. I'm sorry, I fucked up.
This is not my room?
No. Come on, let's go.
Then why is this my handwriting? So how many rooms am I checked into in this shithole?
Just 2. So far.
Well, at least you're being honest about ripping me off.
He should take a picture of him.
Hey, what time is it?
1:45.
Natalie.
You don't remember me.
My head.
But Sammy can't remember anything for more than a couple of minutes. Can't work, can't do shit. The medical bills pile up, his wife calls the insurance company, and I get sent in. The crazy part was that this guy, who couldn't even follow the plot of Green Acres anymore, could do the most complicated things as long as he learned them before the accident, and as long as he kept his mind on what he was doing. But every time I see him, I catch this look. This slight look of recognition.
So the black and white seems to not be going backwards. The black and white seems to be going forwards. And the color seems to be going backwards. Maybe.
You know, it's great that you... Well, that you're helping me like this.
I'm helping you because you helped me.
I love how whenever I feel confused, they pan to his face and he looks confused.
Lenny, before you go, could I have my shirt back, please?
Yo, Lenny! I thought you split for good.
How did he know he was there?
Pick up any 3 objects.
Ta-da. Oh! What the fuck?
It's a test, Sammy.
We'll test this, you fucking quack.
They kept repeating the test, always with the same objects electrified. The point was to see if Sammy could learn to avoid the electrified objects, not by memory, but by instinct.
So he smiles at Lenny out of instinct? Is that what he's testing?
Natalie, right? Who the fuck is Dodd?
Guess I don't have to worry about him anymore.
What the fuck have you got me into? I think someone's fucking with me, trying to get me to kill the wrong guy.
Did you?
What?
Kill him. This has nothing to do with you. You helped me out, and I'm grateful.
You have to burn them.
So did he get the scratches from that Dodd guy? Was it Dodd's? Something. Something like that.
How can I heal? How am I supposed to heal if I can't feel time?
Was it just incredibly lucky that John G happened to be Teddy? Or is John G not actually Teddy? Oh no, because he called him on the phone. And okay. So that was just luck, I guess. Small world.
Awake. Where am I? Nothing in the drawers, but I'll take a look anyway. Nothing except the Gideon Bible.
Oh. You can't hear that?
What the fuck is that?
What's your name? Your name.
Dad.
And who did this to you?
What?
Who did this to you?
You did.
Why did they do this to you?
All right, get in. I'm gonna ride with him. You follow us.
Give me a key.
Take your own car.
I'm just so interested to see how he knows Teddy.
So what do you do now?
I'm gonna find out what the fuck that was all about.
This is so weird. This is so weird.
Natalie, right? Who the fuck is Dodd?
I'm sorry. I'm trying. I'm sorry.
So good old Leonard Shelby from the insurance company gives her the seed of doubt, just like he gave it to the doctors. But I never said that he was faking. I never said that.
So he already had the scratches. Wait, but if this isn't his room, how did Teddy know he was in there? My head hurts.
Dodd, put him onto Teddy or just get rid of him for Natalie.
Put him onto Teddy.
Teddy.
So he called Teddy, okay.
Hey, so what am I doing? Oh, I'm chasing this guy.
Oh, I'm chasing this guy.
No, he's chasing me.
That's great. So is that Dodd? I didn't get a good look at him.
This is Mount Crest Inn on 5th Street.
Put him
I'll get the
onto
jump on you,
Teddy.
you fucker.
What does that mean? That sounds like we wanted to be like, yo, dude, Teddy is the sketchy guy. Like, put him on to Teddy.
$99.95, $98 a month. A 97 Toyota RAV4. $11,995, $110 a month.
That poor guy. Oh my god, this is freaking camera. I thought he was adjusting a holster strap this entire time. Hello. Oh, that's why he sat down and picked up the
This'll
gun.
do.
This is crazy. But why did Dodd not wonder why the shower was on when he got in there?
I don't feel drunk.
This is so weird. This is so weird.
I like your car.
Thank you.
Where'd you get it?
Are you interested in buying one?
What, I haven't made a strong enough impression on you?
I wouldn't be too hard on yourself.
Okay.
Okay, so what am I doing?
Oh my god, this is so weird.
Who is this?
Who is it? If I had short-term memory loss, I don't think I would go to a random place in the middle of nowhere. Damn, she loved that book.
How can you read that again?
It's good.
Yeah, but you've read it like 1,000 times.
I enjoy it.
Is she from CSI? Is that lady?
Probably tried this before. Probably burned truckloads of your stuff. Can't remember to forget you.
Can't remember to forget you. Isn't there a song that has that in there? Was that taken from this movie? So he still owns his house.
Okay in there?
Who's this?
Discount in.
Whenever we first get to these color scenes, my brain is like, I am so confused. And then by the time I get to the end, I'm like, oh, cool, it makes sense. And then I get confused all over again. It's just a constant cycle.
Yeah, okay. Blonde's fine. Well, that's what they say. The discount in. Just pretend they're your things and that this is your bedroom.
So he doesn't still own his house?
I don't want you to use it. I'm sorry. I just mean put them around the room, you know, as if they were your things.
Whatever gets you off.
She's like, I don't kink shame. This pays my bills.
I can't blame the cops for taking. A car this nice, you should lock.
Who the fuck are you? Teddy? You can't trust her.
Oh, yeah? Why's that?
Because by now she's taken a look at this suit and the car, and she's starting to figure out ways of turning the situation to her advantage. I'm not lying. Take my pen. Write this down. Do not trust her.
There. You happy now?
Oh, shit. Okay. Oh, God, I can't wait to figure out how he knows Teddy.
Do not trust her. Don't believe his lies.
Interesting. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. The way he writes was different when he doesn't want to remember it.
No, she shouldn't have given me that responsibility. I'm a claims investigator, not a doctor. Legal responsibility, large finance. Who is this?
Who? Fuck Leonard. Dodd beat the shit out of me.
Why?
Why? Because of you? Because I did what you told me to do. Go to him reason with the
calm
towel
down.
about Teddy. Great fucking idea.
Calm down. Take it easy.
I'm so confused. I know it's all going to make sense, but at this point, I'm like, my brain is like...
Said if I don't have the drugs by tomorrow, he's gonna kill me, and then he just started hitting me.
Where is he?
Why?
I'll go see him.
I told him about your car. He was beating the shit out of me. I had to tell him something.
Okay, so that... Okay. Okay. What was that about? Also very curious about how he met her.
Get rid of Dodd for me.
What?
Kill him. I'll pay you.
What do you think I am? I'm not gonna kill someone for money.
What then? Love?
Don't talk about my wife.
I can talk about whoever the fuck I want. I'm gonna use you. I'm telling you now because I'm gonna enjoy it so much more if I know that you could stop me if you weren't such a fucking freak. Did you lose your pen? Well, that's too bad, freak. Otherwise, you could write yourself a little note about how much Natalie hates your retarded guts and that I called your wife a fucking whore.
Oh.
Maybe your cunt of a fucking wife sucked one too many diseased cocks and turned you into a fucking retard.
I can say whatever the fuck I want, and you won't remember.
Oh my god. And she took the fucking pen so he couldn't write down that she said, oh my god.
Stay focused. Find a pen.
Oh my god.
Concentrate, concentrate, concentrate. Keep it in mind, keep it in mind, keep it in mind.
So is Teddy right?
What happened?
What does it look like? He beat the shit out of me.
Who?
Who?
If you have all of that information, then why haven't the police found him for you?
Well, they're not looking for him.
Why not?
They don't think he exists.
So he does have a gun?
There had to be a second man. Somebody hit me from behind. I remember. Something to remember you by.
My name is Natalie.
Oh my god. I don't know who to trust anymore. So it's interesting that that is the lowercase cursive, which was like the note that Teddy had him write that he didn't want to believe.
What's wrong?
Somebody's come already.
What?
Your condition.
Well, nobody's perfect.
What's the last thing that you do remember?
My wife
That's sweet.
dying. I remember my wife dying.
Let me get you another one. I think this one's dusty.
So we can't trust her at all.
Are you Teddy?
No, my name's Leonard.
Did Teddy send you?
I don't know.
What's happened to Jimmy?
I don't know that either. Sorry.
What the fuck is going on? Did he kill Jimmy? Why did that make my mouth water and make me feel like I have to spit?
On the house.
Thanks. I thought she was just trying to catch me off guard, so I didn't tell her what I really thought, but I never said that he was faking. Just that his condition was mental, not physical. I found out later that she went home and gave Sammy his final exam. She knew beyond a doubt that he loved her. So she found a way to test him.
Oh my god.
Sammy. It's time for my shot.
She really thought she'd call his bluff. There you go. Or she just didn't want to live with the things she'd put him through.
Sammy. It's time for my shot.
What happens if you get too much insulin? Like, obviously it's killing her, but like, what happens to the body?
She went into a coma and never recovered.
Oh, okay.
Sammy couldn't understand or explain what happened. He's been in a home ever since. He doesn't even know that his wife is dead.
God.
How'd you know I was in here?
Well, the Jag's out front. Should have put it around back. What are you still doing here, Lenny? There's plenty of tattoo parlors up north.
Why does he want to get his car so badly? Like, what's with the car?
He's the one that checked you into the discount. He's been calling you for days now, telling you shit, slipping envelopes under your door, shit like that.
How do you know this?
He told me.
Who's Jimmy Grant?
Leonard. Jimmy's the drug dealer. The cop wants to know how his operations run. He's got some score in mind. Somehow you're involved.
Uh-huh. How do you know him?
But didn't Teddy put him in the inn? So Teddy's the one calling him. Oh, my head hurts. The best part is the end of these movies when it all starts to make sense.
Hey, Jimmy. I'm sorry, I thought you were somebody else.
That's Jimmy's car? Wait, so are all the drugs in the car? Or the money?
No, officer. I'm as ready as I'll ever be. You in the lobby? What do you look like? I'll be right there.
Different outfit. So he killed Jimmy. So he killed Jimmy and she knows that he killed Jimmy, but she knows that he was put up to it. So she's using him to get revenge? Okay, maybe. That's my current theory. The working theory right now.
Now, is it Officer or Lieutenant Gamble?
You know what? Don't write Gamble, just Teddy.
Why?
I'm undercover. This is the directions where he's going. My number's on the bottom if you need me.
You're not coming?
Nah, it wouldn't be appropriate.
Did Jimmy kill his wife? Oh, shit. Oh, shit, wait. And then Jimmy's in the basement, which is why Teddy was like, let's go to the basement. You don't know all of it. Let's go to the basement. Wait, guys, so what if his wife's killer has already been, like, prosecuted or taken care of or whatever? But everybody who knows of his condition is just using him to get rid of the people that they want to get rid of by making it seem like they murdered his, just so they can, like, use him as, like, a hitman. Oh my God, he's wearing Jimmy's suit too.
What the fuck are you doing here?
You Jimmy Grant?
Expecting any other Jimmys out here, memory man?
So they know each other.
My associates are not the kind of people you want to piss off.
Don't say anything else.
I knew I couldn't trust that fuck!
Take it off.
So Jimmy and Teddy are working together. Teddy's using him to get rid of Jimmy. But did Jimmy actually kill his wife? My head hurts.
What do you want from me?
I want my fucking life back!
There's the scratches. So Teddy keeps wanting his car because he's got all the money in it. And he doesn't know. Okay, so that's the burned picture.
He said Sammy. How does he know about Sammy? Oh, fuck.
Hey, mister, I need help. There's a guy in here, he's hurt bad. We gotta get him to a doctor.
All right.
I don't know what happened. I've got this memory thing. Do I know you?
No, don't worry. I'm a cop. And I'm the guy to help you find him.
Get up. Get up.
Lenny, you got the wrong idea.
Is this a drug deal?
No. Yeah, that and your thing. Look, Leonard, Jimmy's your guy. I just figured we'd make a few dollars on the side. You tell everybody about Sammy. Everybody will listen. Remember Sammy Jacobs? Remember Sammy Jacobs? Great story. Gets better every time you tell it. So you lie to yourself to be happy. There's nothing wrong with that. We all do it. Who cares if there's a few little details you'd rather not remember? Your wife surviving the assault. Her not believing your condition. The torment and pain and anguish tearing her up inside. The insulin.
See, Sammy's wife came to me.
Sammy didn't have a wife. It was your wife who had diabetes.
What? Ouch. Oh.
I was the cop assigned to your wife's case. I believed you. I thought you deserved a chance for revenge. I'm the one that helped you find the other guy in your bathroom that night. But when you killed him, I was so convinced that you'd remember. But it didn't stick. I took that picture. Just when you did it. Look how happy you are.
I didn't realize that was blood when it came under the door.
Come on, what are you doing? You know what time it is? It's beer o'clock. I'm buying. Fuck.
I'm not a killer. I'm just someone who wanted to make things right.
So when does he take the other car?
Can I just let myself forget what you've made me do? Think I just want another puzzle to solve? Another John G to look for? You're Junji.
Okay, so she...
Do I lie to myself to be happy?
Oh,
In your case, Teddy. Yes, I will.
So he used himself to get revenge on Teddy because Teddy was using him.
I have to believe that my actions still have meaning, even if I can't remember them.
Is that why it's in lowercase letters?
If that when my eyes are closed, the world's still there. Do I believe the world's still there?
Are you gonna look at the road?
Is it still out there? Yeah.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Now, where was I?
Oh, shit. Oh my god. Okay. That was a freaking great ending. Now, where was I? What the fuck? That was so cool. All right, so I do I'm still trying to process. So the color was obviously working backwards. Was it working backwards the whole time? Yeah. Because every scene that was... Okay, how do I explain this? Oh my god, my head hurts. It makes sense in my head, but I don't know. Okay, so when you had a colored scene, the first clip of the scene you watched was the last clip of the scene, the color scene that came after it. So if you put all the colored scenes together, it was backwards. But then the black and white scenes were working in regular timeline order. But at some point, and I don't know when, at some point they, you know, like, does that make sense? So the black and white was working forward to a point, but then at one point the color... Yeah. Okay. Yep. Okay, that was really cool. I love how Nolan seems to always... Now, I haven't seen Dunkirk yet, but in every Nolan film I've seen so far, he loves to mess with the concept of time. Like, that seems to be his underlying thing, is messing with how time is interpreted or portrayed. Like, even in Oppenheimer, with the black and white versus the color, it was the different perspectives, but he was constantly, like, jumping around time. I have to watch this one, like, 3 more times to fully understand it. It was just, yeah. I still think I'm confused. If I'm being completely honest, I still think I'm confused. Like, in my head, I feel like I understand it, but I can't articulate it, which, you know, as an educator, the highest form of understanding is being able to teach it or explain it to somebody else. And I can't do that, so clearly I didn't fully grasp it. I have just, like, the basic understanding of what happened. So what I was kind of theorizing, well, not theorizing, but wondering aloud about in the movie was like, holy shit, what if the person who actually killed his wife was already prosecuted or killed or whatever, but he wouldn't remember that. So he's still searching for that killer who doesn't exist. So he's finding a new person to fit that every single time. So he's essentially just a serial killer who doesn't remember he's a serial killer. So I feel like that is kind of accurate. I do believe Teddy there. I don't think what he was saying about her actually being the one with diabetes and her not actually being dead and he killed her. I don't even know. I don't even know if that's real. I don't even know. Was Sammy Jenkins real? I don't even know. Oh my God. I don't even know. I don't even know. So, okay. He killed his wife. No. See, that... Because then how did he get the head injury? Oh. Wait. Okay, so let's go under the premise that Teddy was telling the truth completely at that end part, right? People do break into their house, and they do sexually assault his wife. And he does get the head injury. But she survives. She doesn't die there like his memory suggests. Because at that point, his memory is fucked. So he can't remember that she's still alive. There is no Sammy Jenkins, which is why it was lowercase on his hand. But that was the preconditioning he was giving him. Preconditioning? The conditioning he was giving himself, that story, that Sammy Jenkins story. So the Sammy Jenkins story was true to a point, but then he was mixing it with his story. So his wife actually had diabetes and didn't believe him and had him kill her. So he is actually the murderer. But he doesn't go to jail for it because of his condition. Like it was more of a homicide versus a manslaughter versus a homicide, whatever those terms are. I don't know. The one where you murder someone but you don't mean to, it was an accident. Okay, so that's true, but he doesn't remember killing his wife. Dude, my head hurts. He doesn't remember killing his wife, so he's trying to find murderers. Okay. I like that. I think that's a good working premise. I'm gonna go with it. And Teddy used him to kill Jimmy. And who knows if Jimmy's even the first one he's done that with. Teddy uses him to kill Jimmy because he wanted his money. He was a dirty cop. He wanted his money. So he uses Leonard as a hitman to take care of Jimmy. Well, then Jimmy's girlfriend, Natalie, obviously knows that he killed Jimmy. He's in his car. He's in his suit. Has the thing in his pocket. Okay, so she knows he killed Jimmy. So she uses that to her advantage to also get revenge. But it kind of worked out perfectly for her because he was already pissed at Teddy and set himself up to kill Teddy next for revenge. So, like, she isn't the reason he killed Teddy. He's the reason he killed Teddy because he made that note on the thing not to trust him and wrote down the info that would lead him to Teddy. But she knew that Teddy was the one that put him on Jimmy, so she wanted revenge on Teddy by using his Wow. Okay. Yep. All right. Sure. Sounds good. So basically we just have an amnesia, well, it's not amnesia, but whatever it is, a memory loss serial killer on the loose in this universe. It was so interesting. That was so fascinating because the entire time I was just like, it was like a 10-minute loop where I would start with like, what? And then by the end, it'd be like, oh. And then a new loop would start, and I'd be like, what? And then at the end, I'd be like, oh. This was really cool. I definitely see why so many of you were like, you have to watch this movie. It's trippy, man. It's trippy. And I know I say this every time as well, but wow, does this need a rewatch to fully... Well, multiple. This needs multiple rewatches to fully understand. Yeah. It was really good though. I just don't think I have much else to say because I don't think that I have put the pieces together enough to fully articulate them. And I don't think I will have the pieces fully together enough until I've watched it probably 2 or 3 more times. But this whole concept was fascinating because the way it was filmed, like the colored parts, the way that was filmed was really cool because it was like we had the memory loss. Because a lot of times in movies, no, not Nolan movies, but a lot of times in movies, you are almost like the third person omniscient. Like you have the whole picture and you're watching other people figure it out. But in this, you're like we're figuring it out as he's figuring it out because of how it was filmed. And that's really cool. It really puts you in his headspace. Like, okay, this is what he's thinking right now. And I think I made a comment in the reaction that I was like, every time I go, huh? His face reflects that. And that was just the way that was really cool. And the fact that I guess both Nolans, because the one Nolan wrote it and the other directed it, but, well, wrote a short story. Okay, whatever. You know what I mean. Both Nolans are involved. The way they were both able to have this story even have a semblance of making sense. Like, again, how does your brain work that way? How did they make this story so that somehow you're playing it backwards and yet the story is moving forwards? How do you do that? How do you do that? That's so freaking cool, man. So cool. Okay, so this was 2001. Wow, that was like a lifetime ago already. Damn. This was really cool. I definitely had a lot of fun with this. And I think this is the first reaction that I didn't, like, cry. I got a little welled up, but, you know. Strike one off on the didn't cry side of the tally list. Okay, I think that's everything. Obviously, the now where was I ending, that was really cool. There was another line I'm trying to remember. Oh, the one that was in the song. Can't remember to forget you. I can't remember to forget you. Yeah, that one is pretty cool. And I wonder if that has more meaning now that we kind of know the ending. Because he did forget her. Ooh. Interesting. Okay. I think that's everything I had to say because, wow, my brain is just it's spinning a million miles a minute. Wow. Okay, that was really cool. Thank you guys for suggesting that to me. The next movie is going to be a non-Nolan movie. At this point, I'm thinking Green Mile because everyone who watched Shawshank was like, you must watch Green Mile. So I think that will be next, which I think is the same director as Shawshank. I could be wrong with that. So that will be the next one. And then we'll be back with my last Nolan film, which will be Dunkirk. I have seen Tenet already, so I will not be reacting to that. Now, granted, I've only seen it once, so to be completely honest, I could probably watch it again and still not have any idea what was going on. But because I've seen it, we're gonna skip that one. And yeah, then we're going to be moving on to other things. So please feel free to leave your suggestions in the comments below. Also, feel free to explain anything that I might have misunderstood in this, because I'm sure there's a lot. Or if there's something that you're like, I think you got it, but here's a little bit more info on it, please feel free to do that in the comments as well. As always, I really appreciate all of your support on this channel. It has been absolutely wild, and I am so appreciative. So thank you so much. And if you still haven't already, definitely make sure you subscribe and hit that bell button so that way you don't miss a thing. If you'd like the full reaction, you can find it on Patreon. The link is in the description below, and I hope you have an amazing day.